Today, I'll show you how to mimic those winter conditions so that your seeds will be ready to sprout in the spring. This wet paper towel method has worked fantastically for me the last few seasons. This time, I invite you to try a new process. Pre-package the little seeds into little packets, little square packets of wet paper towels, and store them that way. And that way, in the spring, it's going to be a lot easier to plant. Here's what you'll need for a perfect cold stratification process. Cutting board, sealable baggies, a sharp knife, marker, seed tool, paper towels, seeds, and a water mister. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, you're going to need a refrigerator. So the first step is to lay out a paper towel on top of a cutting board. The first part of it, you just want to get half of the paper towel nice and moist, not necessarily saturated and dripping, but you want it to be thoroughly wet. We're going to start with some milkweed seeds. What I want you to do is to take 3 seeds. What we're going to do is we're going to arrange them into essentially a rectangular grid on the towel. This will make it easier to separate and cut them, which is coming up. I'm spacing them about an inch and a half apart. What you want to keep in mind is that you're going to be slicing these seeds apart on the cutting board. Position your seeds if you don't want to, if you have stubby fingers like I do. They use 3 seeds because we're going to be making essentially little individual packets. We have the paper towels that separate in half, or they're perforated and you can select a size. This works out really well. Just flip the other half over, and then we're going to moisten this. Kind of the challenging part. Use a nice new blade, and what we're going to do, essentially, oh, that's not too bad. Yeah, a nice sharp blade helps in this. If it's not so sharp, then cutting through a wet paper towel, you would think wouldn't be that difficult, but it will snag sometimes. So you want it to be also, you go faster. You don't dilly-dally and drag your blade. That's usually, so I've got it that way. Now we're going to do it this way. Of course, when you make your first cut run, you're probably going to have to hold on to each individual packet pair to split it, because you can see it's not, if I just were to rip it down, that's what happens. So you're going to have to hold on to them when you do their second cut. So now what we're going to do is, you can tell, just to kind of save space for these little packets, I'm just going to kind of fold them over. It's always a good idea to push as much air out of here as you want, or as you can, and get this sealed kind of baggie. That's going to provide a really good seal. And that's it. Now into the refrigerator your baggies go. I'm assuming that your refrigerator's temperature is between 35 and 39 degrees. This is the optimal cold stratification zone for your seeds. I have nearly 100% germination for the seeds that I cold stratify using the wet paper towel method. I think this extra step of dividing the seeds into individual packet sizes is going to really streamline the process come the spring. I really hope you got something out of this video. Please like and subscribe. And I also have a few other videos that are probably going to be really helpful for you as well. Well, we're just enjoying a little Pacific Northwest sunshine